I would like to bring in Libbey Dean now, live for us there at the White House. And Libbey, the president is not ruling out the idea of the U.S. military helping in some way to support this possible peace deal.
Yeah, good afternoon, Nicole. That's right. President Trump actually suggesting that the U.S. is prepared to support Ukraine in the air, but the White House is drawing this hard line against putting American soldiers on the ground in Ukraine. And that was the big question heading into yesterday's press briefing here at the White House. Here's the White House press secretary Tuesday answering that.
The president has definitively stated U.S. boots will not be on the ground in Ukraine, but we can certainly help in the coordination and perhaps provide other means of security guarantees to our European allies. The president understands security guarantees are crucially important to ensure a lasting peace, and he has directed his national security team to coordinate with our friends in Europe and also to continue to cooperate and discuss these matters with Ukraine and Russia as well.
So a lot of moving pieces here, but as you just heard Caroline outline, the negotiations on a peace deal continuing. There's this anticipation of this possible multinational force. That idea is gaining this traction after Trump hosted, of course, Ukrainian President Zelensky here at the White House. We also saw the several European leaders here, this major show of force, and there was some movement, and those were seen to be successful negotiations, at least better than the last time Zelensky was here at the White House, where we saw that Oval Office blow up. But the plan, of course, only would be deployed once this peace deal is reached. And President Trump and U.S. officials are currently also working on setting up this face-to-face meeting between Zelensky and Putin. There's no set date or place for that just yet, but we're also learning the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff is expected to take part in this virtual meeting with European military leaders. That's going to take place later this week. A defense official telling our Kelly Meyer that they're going to coordinate strategy, talk about these security guarantees. A lot of moving parts here, Nicole, but at least getting the ball moving with these security guarantee talks.
Yeah, Libbey, absolutely. A lot of moving parts, including Marco Rubio, who we know wears several hats right now in the White House. What is his role in all of this?
Yeah, Nicole, he's a busy guy. He's Trump's Secretary of State. He's also the acting national security advisor, and he's also going to lead this new working group that will focus in on how these security guarantees for Ukraine will actually work, and a lot of those negotiations happening behind closed doors. But we know that group is made up of senior American officials, Ukrainian officials, and then also European officials, and they're going to be tasked with drafting this detailed proposal that could help lock in any kind of peace settlement, any kind of peace agreement. So this is really key here. And the U.S. being involved in these security guarantees is something that the president actually only recently got on board with. So the U.S.'s cooperation in these negotiations. And now this working group is, of course, this new development that Secretary of State Marco Rubio is going to head up. So we'll see what these security guarantees look like. But right now we're tracking this face-to-face meeting, and then also now this working group, and then the Joint Chiefs of Staff meeting virtually with European leaders as well, Nicole.
Yeah, we're tracking it all. All right, Libbey, thank you.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.